In our next segment, we got Triple H, who announces that there's going to be a new WWE Crown Jewel traditional match for a Crown Jewel championship at the Saudi Arabia show Crown Jewel, where it's going to be the men and women's world champions facing each other for what I can only really honestly tell you is for bragging rights. Like I'm sitting here, I'm like, they're making such a big deal, they're hyping this up, and I'm like, oh, what's going to be the huge consequences of this? Is it going to be something big with Survivor Series? Is it going to be to determine who's the captain, or is it something big for Royal Rumble, or is it something guaranteed for WrestleMania? And it's just bragging rights. So I'm not really sure what the purpose of this is. It kind of reminds me when they did the big, like the largest Royal Rumble ever there, and it's kind of like Braun Strowman never got that match at WrestleMania in the main event. I mean, he did eventually, but years later, but nothing because of that match. He got a big trophy. So I can't really tell you if this is worth this. I don't know, man. It's for bragging rights. I'm not. The championship looks nice. I'll say that. The championship, it does look nice, but other than that, this feels like it's kind of just for bragging rights, and it doesn't really get me excited in terms of like how this will affect the WWE storylines moving forward. That's just my honest opinion. But what I thought was the better part of this segment was we had Gunther coming out, which I'm pretty sure he's beating Sammy. So at least out of this, I realized, okay, we're most definitely getting Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. A little quicker than I thought we would, but this is going to be cool. They can definitely play up on how they were nearly like the runners-up in the Royal Rumble matches, like last two or last three or whatever, for the last couple of years. But here in this one, Gunther, he actually called out Goldberg, and they had a lot of legends at ringside and celebrities and stuff. So Goldberg was there, and it's really cool to see that Triple H has he's made peace with CM Punk, Bret Hart, Goldberg, who's said a lot of harsh things about the company recently, but hey, he's made peace with Goldberg and got him back in the WWE family. So I love to see it. I love to see peace being made. And Gunther, he goes out here and he calls Goldberg a one-trick pony, and then proceeds to ask his son Gage, or tell his son Gage, that he says, I hope Goldberg was a much better father than he was a wrestler. Dang. Wow. And Goldberg gets out of the ring and jumps over the barricade and is ready to fight. You can just see Goldberg's wife, she was like, she was having fun as a fan and everything through this whole thing. And Goldberg, they started teasing Goldberg versus Gunther here. But the security was quick to break everything up, and in the end, Sami Zayn comes out and just starts beating up Gunther, and it turns into this big pull apart brawl to help set everything up for Raw. Like I said, I thought this segment was great. It was fun. It was cool to see Goldberg back in the WWE fold again and everything. But yeah, I'm like I said, this segment did more to make me want to see Sammy versus Gunther this upcoming Monday night on Raw, and more to see maybe a potential Goldberg and Gunther match. But the segment itself did very little to get me hyped up for this Crown Jewel title match, which, like I said, I don't think, other than bragging rights, what does it really have in terms of good consequences on storylines moving forward?